has been one I think that suits those creative teams the most when it comes to Masters.
One other agent note to add on top of those two that you just mentioned is whether we see Nitro move from Omen to Astra, right? Because he did it on Ascent and he was phenomenal. He was so good, he was even taking fights to the very key players like ACEND, even on attack, which was very impressive to see, staying alive and being able to actually contribute to his team still.
It would be a big move because as you can see there, 100% player rate on the Omen up to this point on Haven, but a number of the surprises and agents like throughout this tournament have been Omen swapping over to Astra.
Well, I just want to point out as well, these statistics are from this tournament, but of all time, he has only played Omen on this map. So this...
Even more so.
Yes, so it would be a big deal, and he's going to do it!
Actually, we got it on the other side as well.
Yeah. That was that a switch? Let me check.
Yeah,
my
Bone
notes real
Cold
quick.
last played Omen on Haven, and so also making the swap, and we will stick with the Phoenix. So Zeke still believing in that pick.
One thing to note here is Keyless going Cypher is because they know that it's a guaranteed Sova from the other side. Meanwhile, there's no ult, or there's nothing to counter Steel's pick of KJ right there with the lockdown.
All right, we'll see. Some change-ups that maybe we didn't expect. Gotta wonder if Pansy and Hypoc did themselves as we toss it back up for them to get us into map 2, Haven.
Well, I think it caught our attention, but I think confidence was the name of the game when we were talking about map 2 initially, considering how we've got to this point, right?
Yeah, I think it's just coming back to that comment of ACEND coming away from that Vision Striker's performance feeling rattled. Now, again, coming into map 1 has got to be a huge confidence booster. And the manner in which they were winning those rounds is what I'm talking about. Again, these set pieces, yeah, it's great to rely on them, but when you're able to just pop off and turn things from a 2v4, but speaking of popping off, very quick start here on Haven on the pistol round, Lauren.
Yeah, ACEND on the attacking side, and on the defending side, 100 Thieves, and they've just gone straight towards B. It's no hold bars, just quick flashes, deep push as well. They're going to be trying to really make sure they've got some nice control for this in their post plant, and they've taken over that connector from B to A.
Oh, actually, look at this as well. Keyless anticipates it perfectly. The spy cam as well dealt with, but the tripwire, they know that 100 Thieves aren't coming through. I don't think they've noted Hiko just yet, so they've got to stay on.
He's waiting for that side contact so he can maybe do something, but he might get past one of them, but there's a second layer to this. Oh no, there isn't! That second layer just peeled away, and now Hiko gets absolutely everything he's ever dreamed of. Zeke's in trouble. What? Hiko still gets it from the grave!
Way, man.
And they're gonna get that spike defuse. But wow, that was a hectic round.
It was a beautiful adjustment as well. You can see it there, the double push through from Garrett and also through from A lobby. But Keyless makes the perfect decision. The tripwire's dealt with the spy cam in mids there just to confirm that information coming through. And the adjustment is ACEND then commit to site, right? Yep. The only problem is Hiko has stayed there the entire time unnoted. Because, again, for ACEND to dig a little deeper and actually clear out those areas towards Heaven, all the way into spawn, it's a lot to ask of them. But again, I think that's ultimately their demise, right?
Trades out on flashes for either side. Ethan still has his in pocket, both used by Starzo. And we're looking at the purchase here. It's got some Shikos. Now, one thing I will say is that one player drew 4 on rotation. So they will be able to get a spike plant and a very quick lean towards that deep side of CT. Steel's going to get a quick kill. Backs away, doesn't want to overstay as well. He knows there's probably a trade potential there. They're probably stacked up towards it, but a spike plant and a post plant with 2 sheriffs. I mean, it shouldn't be a big threat, especially with Steel doing that sort of thing to CNED. Bone Cold's still alive. And I'm not going to write this man off. I've seen stranger things with him, but a clean round. 4 standing for 100 Thieves, spike defuse. They'll be happy with that.
Absolutely, and going to give the defuse over to Ethan once again, and it will actually be his Seekers online already for round 3. Now, again, that's key in terms of a bonus round, these SMGs, and if they want to do kind of a quick pop response in terms of a little bit of contact shown from ACEND, they do have the opportunity to do that. Now, have to see how ACEND want to approach this. Well, they're going to at least set up outside A lobby initially. 100 Thieves this time around. Steel will place again. Sheriff riding through, the Marshal as well on the side of Asuna.
Time to mobilize my pack.
I don't think we're going to see too aggressive here, but a flash ready at least on A long.
Hawk out.
Just to confirmed presence.
Yes, quite a fair amount, but Zeke was, I think, a little in front of it. And wait, they put the Seekers with that?
Yeah, that's bizarre, because actually they lean away from this. Maybe they're just trying to posture and make ACEND think that they're pushing, but the fact that ACEND are creeping through, it's going to completely confirm that that's not happening.
Yeah, it's not really done its intended purpose here. It's going to take the side control. There's no one there to challenge. We know that he goes up towards heaven, but Ethan was with him. He's backed away towards the connector side. 4 of them there now.
Okay.
The spam towards it was perfect. Hiko just gets chunked down at the very start. Spike planted, and this post plant is comfy for now. Going to be tricky to unravel this.
Hiko set up with a recon. Sets up, actually Trailblazer will come through, but nothing achieved on the back of it. See here, if under Thieves, again, it's running late here, but we'll find the opener.
Yeah, all trying to set this into motion, but there's still so many players to get past.
What?
Gorgeous shot from Asuna. And now it's Bone Cold and Killers. How has this happened? And now there's problems. Killers is lower HP, still finds Asuna, and Bone Cold appears from the sewers. Nitro's got him. Killers now, a 1v2. The time is so close, though. They've got it! They've actually pulled off that retake! The timing of the flash and the dart turns just enough attention to allow for that one kill to come in, and the spiral off the back was perfect, but essentially kicking themselves.
I don't know if just as this builds it, again, Starzo caught off with the shorty here.
That's
I think,
a rifle.
Yeah, Asuna getting the upgrade is what turns this so quickly in 100 Thieves' favor. Like I said, so much time was bought up there by Hiko waiting for the recon bolt to come back on, or at least sitting there with the lineup and making sure that everybody's in position. But wow, I mean, that post plant completely crumbling there for ACEND.
I mean, the start of that round, it looked terrible, didn't it? I mean, the ult looked a little shaky from Ethan there, but maybe misplaced or didn't quite have the intent it wanted. Now they've done perfectly. You couldn't ask for a better outcome than that, because look at the money on ACEND. It's in pieces. That looked like an absolute gifter. It's not. Now Nitro, trying to play towards that B site. It's just eating flashes. Hiko's got his cross. Doesn't want to over-peek this. At least be able to call out a little bit of info off the back of it, allowing Asuna to get around. Steal on the spam. It's all very clean.
Nitro very sharp throughout that round. That'll be 100 Thieves putting their 4th on the board. ACEND back on a purchase. Here with CNED 1 and 4. Again, there'll be some progress towards the Blades. So I don't know if actually could get either of the plants that came through for them, but Asuna as well. Again, a slow first map for him, but at least here a very strong start. As you've seen, he'd one away from the Bladestorm, but elsewhere, again, the run it back, Seeker's available, and the neural theft. We'll see if ACEND opt to invest any of that into this round. Again, they're going to stack up and, I guess, make 100 Thieves consider that there's another fast piece coming through. Trailblazer actually clears all the way through sewers. It's to run it back.
Still here. I want to keep that in the back of my mind. Still sticking around. Hiko going to just try and catch the cross. Denies at least a little bit more information. That this sets Steel into motion. No, it doesn't. Exactly. Bone Cold still predicts it, still expects it, still sticks around for it and finds him. Now Ethan, Nitro, and Asuna are in a bad spot for this. Asuna, how much does he know that Keyless could be around this corner? Keyless seems hyper aware that someone's on this sort of approach, so he's posted on this angle. Going to keep this in check as long as he can. Maybe call for a quick peek from Sewer. Looks like Bone Cold's gonna oblige.
So can they do the same in a 3v5? It looks like they're just gonna opt to do as much damage as possible here. See the other 2 members, Ethan and Nitro, tucked deep into spawn. Asuna gonna be the only one to hold on to A lobby. Now whether or not ACEND throw anything out here, no, they're all gonna come through sewers now. That's problematic though, because it's tight angles here. Asuna could line a couple up.
Yep, that's one. We'll adjust angle. Still be a problem. I'm going to try and keep hold of those weapons. They need them. That's 4. He's going to take another with him. So not bad.
Damage done. And we'll force 2 repurchases on the side. But ACEND get themselves on the board now. Again here, the run it back. The fact that there's absolutely nothing until Hiko actually shoots Zeke in the back here. I think ACEND can kind of just lean heavily. They just want to sit A long until something's confirmed on site, or you get that kind of that counter push back down towards the bricks, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, Hiko and Steel, I think, actually, yeah, dealt with very, very quickly. But again, ACEND, they want to show presence in A lobby. almost forcing 100 Thieves to play a little deeper here, or at least planting that seed. Starting to be Nitro actually over here, and set up with a Owl drone will be sent out. Again, keep your eye on Starza though. He's gone walking up mid this time around. And Seekers will be invested. Steal confirmed. Asuna unnoted as of yet though, so Starza got to be careful. There you go. A second Seeker will find him now.
Okay, so information garnered, and another piece as well. Starza will be happy enough with that. You can see the blade did come slicing on through. But as Asuna, the timing couldn't have been better. Catches one. Oh, the follow-up is absolutely unthinkable at this point. Doesn't look too ready to back away either. He wants some support. He gets it. Hiko from us just across the map, finding Starzo. The Bonecold's closed the gap here, but I don't know what he can do with this. Killers still has to do incredibly well. Hiko did consider it. That internal clock just a second away. Killers punishing Asuna. We're in a 2v3. I'm getting a little nervous here.
20 seconds left as well. Now, Nitro's completely unnoted, though. He should find this one. It should be the freest kill of the game. Spike noted, Bonecold now in a 1v3. Has to try and recover this, but Nitro, again, stays tucked in on sandbags and will completely eliminate that. And you noted it. Hiko's just thinking, actually, Nitro's not seen anything, but he's not exactly been over-peaking or anything.
Could have been someone.
Could have been. Bonecold almost threaded the needle here, but the timing on this here. The second adjustment perfect as well. That's the second time we've seen Hiko pop a perfect reactionary Hunter's Fury just to support a teammate, to build a little bit more damage elsewhere. 100 Thieves looking, well, a lot more composed this time around, I will say, actually, from ACEND.
And there's a timeout.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. I think ACEND haven't had much say in how these rounds are going just yet. We've had a couple of individuals have some influence, sure, but ACEND need to get that a little bit of a grip on this one before it gets to not an unwinnable scoreline. You can always bring it back, but I mean, you don't want to get it to that uncomfortable position, which I think we're starting to veer towards, and I don't think we've seen weakness yet from 100 Thieves. We haven't seen opportunities here for ACEND, and I mean, this map at ACEND, I don't know where I stand on it anymore. I'll
be honest, you look at kind of what's happened here, ACEND desperately trying to assert dominance and kind of force 100 Thieves away from exploring A long. But here they're not gaining anything from it. 100 Thieves, again, the second or third layer to what 100 Thieves want to do within these rounds at least. And thinking back to that retake again, if all else fails, sit back, because that was completely flawless. Yes, a couple of mistakes on the side of ACEND, but again, just coming back to that composure factor after that map 1 performance. Operator now in the hand of CNED. Starzo going to ride through on a Sheriff here, though. Let's see what he can get done, if anything, here. Rifles for Bonecold, Zeke, and Keylez. Again, insistent on trying to find something from A lobby. Again, noted with the recon bolt. So again, no secret about what ACEND are doing once again. Starzo will be noted on the back of the Trailblazer as well.
Stay down.
Noted and dealt with. Asuna will find the headshot.
Yeah, operating at a player disadvantage now. This gets a little trickier. Nitro just stepping out to get a little bit of maybe an update on if anyone's working on A, and they were. Actually, the KJ ult coming through now.
Very preemptive, actually, and look where the spike is. It's can't even really enter towards B.
I guess it allows Steel to take this position back as well.
Yeah.
If we're talking about just positionally using it to try and regain some territory. Not a terrible idea.
Well, the thing is now, again, it gets to 45 seconds. ACEND have to basically re-explore this as they would as soon as the spawn barrier drops. A little bit closer here, though, but look where Nitro's got himself tucked into on Graffiti. Got himself a little one-way to work around as well. Hiko actually looking as if he's going to take first contact. Cosmic Divide will cross. Hiko got to be careful here. Zeke actually hard clears that, but the trades are in favor of ACEND.
Yeah, and CNED's starting to come alive a little. Ethan and Steel, I don't know how you're going to stop this 22 seconds. Spike's going down. Do they have anything for this? Both flashes with Ethan and a little lax from Bonecold, just kind of stepping on out, and now there's starting to be some problems. Steel turns that flash. He now knows someone's been caught by it. Knows him towards hell, but there's CNED. Where the buck stops here, Ethan with a quick flash finds him! Completely blind! I thought he was going to line up, but Killers, safe pair of hands at the end there.
An awkward half second there where you don't see the repeat come back on once CNED gets flashed, but It's down to one man standing. And ACEND will close that one out. Hiko still, I mean, finding Zeke is nothing short of a miracle in that scenario with all that pressure coming through. Thieves will hold the line, secure that round, and it's a second on the board for ACEND. See again, Finance is very comfortable for 100 Thieves here. Again, with only one surviving on the side of ACEND. A little bit more delicate.
Oh, we haven't seen a C-lean particularly yet. Nitro's on the other side of it, and it's CNED starting to step up. Close by will be Ethan. This is where he's going to start exploring this. Gets instant information and a quick exchange of utility. This looks like the side hit's now being considered. The spray could have actually been so much more than it was. It does catch CNED, but again, Bogdan's law doesn't apply so much anymore, as he does get a heal, so he's back up to 100 at least. Bit of a glass cannon, but he should be A-okay. But Bone Cold's progress is pretty big, actually. Quite deep towards this now. Going to get at least a squad towards backside. Asuna, a quick shot. And now waiting on the cross is going to be Ethan. Going to get one. That's not bad, but the trades are effective. But it's Nitro, again, the backline hero here. Sprays in well, but it's Killers. That safe pair of hands from that prior round. 1v2. Now he's going to get the information, but already you're seeing that work coming out from Hiko. Oh, it's perfect work from Hiko.
Of course it is.
Exactly what you want to be seeing from him. And finding a bit more space now for 100 Thieves and ACEND. It looked like that was the one. That could have been another round on the board, but it just gets ripped away.
I don't think so. That execution was so weird. Like, the timing on the smokes, there was nothing smoked off there. Almost like ACEND are like, yeah, they know we're here. It's confirmed we're here. Let's try and run it down. And right there, I mean, they stack up. They try and play, trades on the way in, but they find two. But like I said, with Asuna and an operator on board, he can still just dip in ahead of that execute coming through. Finds a kill, and right there, it's like, okay, there's still 3 or 4 angles to worry about.
Well, it looks like ACEND are just absolutely pouring through towards A. Hiko back of sight. Kind of knows what to expect now. Actually going to avoid being pulled in towards this one. ACEND do start taking the space. Nitro, that's not as clean as you want. He does adjust okay towards CNED in the end. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Hiko's still alive, still around. There it is. Shut down, clean enough. Yep, you lose Nitro, you'll take that. That's fine. 4 stand. 100 Thieves starting to spread the wings in this. They're starting to feel a little bit more, not necessarily confident even, but just, I guess, confirmation in what they're doing is correct. Absolutely,
and it's around like that where you think, actually, ACEND now relying on the work I think they feel they've done in the buy rounds or the other, the regulation rounds where it's, there's no way they're going to challenge us here. We should be able to get up onto A side, but what's on the other side of it? There's 3 people now for 100 Thieves ready to anticipate that exact move. Back on a full purchase here. He's able to run it back, so again, whether or not he's going to send that out as a feeler. Looks like he's going to pop it outside garage here and try and run through. And this time, 2 players on the other side of it. Trailblazer in support, CNED as well to follow through.
Oh, CNED just got Nitro, and there's no chance for Ethan. He was just flash in hand caught off. Great approach from Zeke and CNED. This is the power 1-2 combo that can be a game changer, but we haven't seen much opportunity for it yet. But this is a round that I feel has been crafted by ults and individuals. It's hard to replicate in the more regular rounds. Asuna and Hiko, last 2 standing. There's a lot of presence all around them. Flash goes a little deeper. Killer still just sprays in, gets Asuna as Hiko gets caught as he tries to support. Prime Gaming flawless, but still hard to find that success again in the same format.
I think you're right, to repeat that over a number of rounds, and it's, I'll be honest, now that we've seen this kind of pace change, but previously on that eco round here on the back of... Okay, well.
Stay down.
Yeah, sure, I dare you to find that opener every single round, CNED.
I mean, don't give him a challenge.
I'm not saying I don't want to see it.
We'll take it, but... Okay. 3-7.
Still a big buffer financially for 100
Thieves
though as well. They can effectively buy out this half.
Ooh, careful now. Yeah, CNED is starting to punish. He does get the opener, but that was an aggressive lean down middle. That got caught up and it got caught out. Ethan now, 2 rounds in a row. A little unlucky, a little unfortunate, but it's all good for CNED. If you're going to give an opportunity, he'll take it with both hands. Now sit back and watch. Seekers come in. Looks like ACEND are looking towards that B side now. Going to commit a little deeper. Of course, 100 Thieves have to respect that. They have to sit a little deeper on this themselves. So the backside of those connectors. You're seeing ACEND on the other side of the smoke here to Zeke, who gets tagged up. But CNED walks on forward. CNED is just turning it on. This is the man you want to see come alive for the side. Starzo going to claim one towards Steel. His Bone Cold to close. And suddenly, ACEND are waking up. And we've said this, the difference makers. When it happens, it looks like there would never be a world where it couldn't happen, where it seems like it's par for the course, like this is normal. It's not. This is just CNED doing CNED things.
And this is the thing. They must turn around and go, well, guys, conditioning is not working. You know, the macro's not swinging in our way. Guys, let's play it fast and loose. Let's see what we can get done. And these rounds, ACEND look absolutely deadly. Absolutely deadly. But you think, where was this in the first 7 or 8 rounds? Like, what
where was it in the first half of the first map?
Exactly. What was the game plan for you? Then go, okay, we're tilted now. Let's run it down.
There we go. Speaking of a tilter, that could be frustrating, but CNED still alive. It's Zeke who's going to have his life taken away. Ethan's going to take that space, going to push himself deeper up towards A-Long. CNED has a little bit of a glance, but doesn't see what he wanted. Spraying in. He's got to know Ethan's close, and Ethan's got to get out of there now.
And here as 4. Bone Cold will re-explore mid. Still, actually, again, C-side completely open. We've only really seen that 1 or 2 rounds where ACEND have opted for that initially. Bone Cold gets pretty close, but there's 2 players here in A-Link. Ethan just tucked in. We'll find that, and 3 now. Members of ACEND. Looks like the Aldron, I think, just confirmed it. Yeah, you've seen Ethan already rotate in.
Blocking sight.
But it's Hiko. Has to dip away from this, actually. Yeah, okay. So they're going to give up the site for now. Spike is en route. It's on the way. Plant comes down. 2 players working from... It looks like Sewer and potentially Long as well. Steel's on the way over.
Look at Sewers, though. Just on the left side of the screen here. ACEND are coming up with the Blade Storm. He's going to find the back of CNED.
Just ahead of the timing they predicted. ACEND now with a punish on 1. Looks for the follow-up. It's not going to be him. It's going to be Ethan! Shut down. ACEND gets sent back in the final shot of things. After just a burst of confidence out of nowhere, it's going to be 8-4. And that was a Prime Gaming flawless. And they're really making sure that those bodies aren't getting back up.
No, you definitely want anybody to, especially ahead of the half switch.
Of course.
Last thing you want. But again, here, it's unfortunate that... Again, the thing is right, ACEND have been trying to plant these seeds. It's like, guys, we all fight to the death for A-Lobby. It's fine. Perfect response, right? Send a Hunter's Fury in there. If you're going to have 2 or 3 people just charging it down towards sewers, the best way to slow it down.
So much to be said about that first half, and I hear our thoughts. Let's hear the desks.
Thank you very much, Pansy. It's ACEND's map choice, but it's 100 Thieves who are looking and feeling good after the first half. 8-4 defensively.
I think we expected definitely a weaker start here from ACEND. I mean, after that first game, maybe not, but what we saw so far in this tournament was a weaker Haven, and I believe that's what we just saw.
Yeah, one of the things that we were discussing, of course, was how does this compare to the way that they played against Vision Strikers, or at least the scoreline that we were left with at the half. And it was exactly the same.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, we know how that ended. So, again, if you're in the 100 Thieves camps, it's going to instill you with a bit of confidence. And for ACEND, they're going to have to find something different than what they found the last time around from Vision Strikers as they move to the defensive half. But this man on your screen right here, Asuna, picking up in a big way.
I think this is a complete difference from ACEND. I think Asuna still had an impact on that map with his operator. He was actually giving space for his team to find the extremities like Sean was taking in that breakdown. But here, he's actually in the thick of it. He's getting the frags, getting the op up, and taking those fights to the very important people. He's winning out the fights against CNED, winning out the fights against Bone Cold as well, taking him out early, like I talked about in the last game, and then, of course, being so aggressive with his knives.
Yeah, he's being incredibly assertive. He is making the effort to move forward and actually enter into that space. And it's funny because I heard on the stage, just as they were going into that map, Asuna say to the rest of the team, something with some naughty words in it, but it was followed by, I promise I'll get more than 8 kills this round.
Well, he's already done that. He's already done that. He's already up to 13, and we saw him picking him up with every single gun that you can imagine. It was the Shorty, it was the Phantom, it was the Vandal, it's the Op, it's the Knives itself, and closing it out there with a nice flank against CNED. And so, again, stepping up on the Jet in just the same way that CNED has so far in this series. And I think while we will look for CNED to continue to perform, I wonder who else on the side of ACEND needs to in the second half if they want to make it close.
I think Zeke has to be that guy with the Phoenix. That's pretty much it.
All right, well, there you have it. Our eyes are on Zeke. He's going for that Phoenix pick. He's got to make it worth it. Pansy and Hypoc, back to you.
Yeah, I'm actually in some decent amount of agreement. In comparison to the impact we've seen some Phoenixes have in this, it was, you know, a little quieter in comparison, but there's still time for that. But 4-8, we are jumping right back into things. This is the quarterfinals going on. A semi-final spot on the line for this. Now, map 1 did go to ACEND. Let's see how this goes, because 100 Thieves are coming out swinging already. 2 big kills, make it 3. ACEND are going to get things kicked off perfectly. Yes, CNED does get a passing gift, but they're going to need a lot more. What? Killers is finding more. How is this a 1v2? And CNED has closed the gap. Red, predicted by Hiko, he can't deal with it. 100 Thieves, powering forward now.
Actually, Des just touching on the scoreline last time, ACEND did actually post the pistol and round 2. So already now working at a harder deficit already. I mean, we were just talking about this before we started Haven. ACEND love to be proactive, and it always starts with a pistol round. Again, asserting that dominance. Those are the characteristics we usually see from them. And right there, shut down. Do we see ACEND slip back into their shell here? We see a couple of sheriffs invested, a marshal on the side of CNED. Let's see what they can get done here in round 2.
Okay.
Good start.
That's a great start. That's an even better follow-up. Zeke's punish steal, but there's still 3 players. Again, so on behind this, the tags are perfect. The 1-2 combo. Sheriff and Marshall, there's a reason the name's going to go well together. There's now Hiko and Nitro. Pretty left reeling off the back of this. Bit of a surprise round coming out. Now they're both stuck in a corner and have very few options. The flash comes in, Nitro has to respect it, but he will at least punish CNED. Next step forward, Zeke's on the menu, he still comes up with the goods. As Hiko presented a 1v4. It ain't happening, ACEND aren't out of it yet, they are still fighting right back into this.
They will keep them honest, respond with a thrifty round victory here. And that flips it back on its head here. ACEND an opportunity now to take control of the second half, or at least build back into this. 4 rounds to find. Again, can they maintain this pace though? That's the real question, Lauren and my lips.
I think he's just telling him, sit down, it's going to be maybe a long game.
Sit down, yeah, it's getting late.
Don't hurt your back.
Yeah. Posture,
maybe have a
posture
stretch.
check.
Yeah, that's nice of them. And obviously now what this means, if you're maybe not so familiar with the economy, it's going to be troubles for 100 Thieves. Their money has been depleted. They're down on, I think, a couple of classics, odds and ends, 1 upgraded pistol and steel. That's about it. So any damage done would be a bonus, but they are up against Spectres and 1 rifle. That 1 rifle is with CNED, so that could be an absolute prized possession if they could pry that away from his cold dead hands. I don't see it happening. Still, that little bit of a springboard maybe through Garage has already been denied. Zeke to retake that space, and they got to respect it.
They're desperate to find something there, but it's actually going to be Stars, will be called upon. Trade comes through from Nitro. Now Steel actually
I like this. Look at that spike.
Here.
Timing could be everything on this. CNED will be either a god, or he's going to be in a whole lot of trouble because he's got a player to his left. It's Steel. Okay, still not game over because that's the rifle now recovered. I told you, a prized possession to pull on over. And it's a 2v3. So the rifle with Steel, the Spectre still with Asuna, and Hiko with the Marshal.
And he's in a disgusting lurk, Lauren. Potentially
the timing's
going to catch
for Zeke, isn't it? Hiko's got to have this, just that deeper angle, tucked so well in on it. Oh, no. There it is, that's a tag. He doesn't have to overdo it. Doesn't want to give away that kill. He can be a nuisance in the backlines by that time. And look at it, Hiko knows that. So aware of what he's got to do with this. And it looks like 100 Thieves are going to give him the answer right back. ACEND has found Zeke. They're turning back and forth on this bone cold. What are you going to do? Nothing. 100 Thieves do it right back at him.
They go blow for blow here in the second half already. Back and forth. 3 survive from 100 Thieves here. And again, exactly the same scenario. An opportunity now to punish ACEND even further. And the problem being now, you can't play this game with this scoreline after the first half. This next round is 100 Thieves on 11. That means ACEND get 1 purchase.
1 big buy, and that's it.
That's another posture check.
Look, don't mess with Steel when it comes to banter. He can keep up with like Brits. It's terrifying. He was born and bred in like I-Series. The man's a little lethal.
He's molded by it.
Truly. But we do have the purchase. One of the purchases coming through. CNED has got the knives out, as does Asuna. At least I think he does, actually. It might just be Asuna at this point. There it is. CNED does have it as well. So, okay. Kind
Thanks,
of...
observers.
Thank you. See, that's why we love Sapphire, Yeti, and Prius. The absolute god trio. Now, at this point, though, looking at trios, 3 rifles as well. Steel, Nitro, Ethan. Rifles out. An aggressive mid lane, Zeke. That's bold. That's brave. He does have a player. Starzo does have a flash still in pocket if needed to maybe set him into motion. 100 Thieves just testing the water throughout. It looks like a C piece is coming into play, but there's 2 players here.
Recon bolt will be sent through. Yeah, actually, I think it did. No, it pinged Bone Cold. They're going to find a freebie on the back of that. Keyless cannot respond either.
He's just swarmed right now. There's players surrounding him. Starzo's found Ethan out of nowhere. And now they need some more. Nitro, though. Great catch from him towards Zeke. Keyless still trying to do what he can. And Starzo! He was at the bottom of the board. He's still finding damage, still finding work. And so is Hiko! A 1v1 out of nowhere. 6 bullets and a dream. And on the other side, Keyless. The front shows and Hiko! He's clutching out again for 100 Thieves. This man does not know when he is done.
Now 100 Thieves in the driving seat firmly now. We'll follow up on that previous round, and I think actually ACEND going to be tapped out, and things now we look towards the investment of the Blade Storm. How many did he fight? He actually found 2 while full blind.
Full blind.
That came down, I think Keyless is 50 HP, but Hiko 72 as well.
What are they doing? I don't get it.
Don't sit at the table, man. You might break.
Fantastic. Look at it, and it's scrappy. Lauren,
It's
look
real
at it.
scrappy.
Keyless, no armor. Again, 2 other rifles, a Sheriff and a Spectre here on the side of Zeke. They want to hold them on 11. There's 6 rounds to make up here. 100 Thieves looking to pile on the pressure. Ethan will find the opener as well. Again, Keyless, no armor. Will fall immediately.
Hiko feeling the pressure coming through from the A side, though. So this is going to be a little bit more. Steel's going to be called over here, maybe just to keep this in check, make sure there's no good trade coming out, rifles being taken away. You can see ACEND trying to find that space. And the space is being taken away already. One on the side. Banger of a shot from Bone Cold, but he needs more than that, and Ethan's not going to let it happen. Again, good trades, and the problem is 100 Thieves have more players up right now.
Starzo has to respect this utility coming through. 100 Thieves will actually force their way up long. Cena going to catch that blind, though.
Flash.
Starzo can't find that.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. Starzo could have really done with that frag coming in time, and he still can't get it. And now Steel's over here. Perfect supporting play. Starzo's read it, though, but Steel just swings out on him. And now a 1v3 to try and deny 12. Oh, he's got a Spectre to work with. How does he close the gap on this?
And an Aldrone to deal with.
Oh. And now the steps are heard. The information noted. Flashes aren't going to find anything. They just pile it on. 100 Thieves on 12 now. 1 more round, and we go into map 3.
See, really, what ACEND can afford here, because, again, that's 2 back-to-back again. Don't expect them to try and hold on to anything here, but the purchase there, the plan at least, was to hold 100 Thieves on 11. And, yeah, you can see it now, the byproduct of that, just Spectres available. A Guardian in the hands of Zeke. Keyless this time will at least afford some armor. There's a Spectre behind it.
Oh, it ain't pretty, is it?
No. I think as well this response, again, this is kind of to throw out the window what we were talking about in map 1, right? 100 Thieves actually looks so better equipped here to deal with ACEND just getting weird and fruity with some of these rounds. And again, it's very rare you see it go 1 for 1 for 1 in an opener here. And the manner in which it did.
Yeah.
100 Thieves actually happy to play that game with ACEND on Haven.
Absolutely. It was great to see, but I have to bring up that, if I'm not mistaken, Breeze will be the 3rd map.
Now, again, we look at that. My first port of call is CNED. Now, if CNED's having a heater, Breeze can be terrifying, right? Because, again, he turns on that kind of self-sufficient jet mode, and, again, very similar to what we saw from Ye and Tens, obviously previously on the map so far, but that would be my concern, because he's not had a great performance here on Haven, and we come back to those confidence discussions, right? To walk away from Vision Strikers feeling rattled.
Yep.
This could have the same effect in a series as well.
Yeah.
Which is a completely different dynamic, actually, to think, yeah, the map 2, we were kind of forced back in our shell a little bit. Now we've got to come to map 3 and pull it out of nowhere. They've got to dig deep, Lauren.
Well, 100 Thieves have set the bar here, right? Like, the way they've played has been really a treat to watch, and we were talking about the purchase. It's far from pretty. ACEND having to try to make this happen with whatever's in the, you know, the drawer under the sink, just filled with odds and ends. Bit of duct tapes in there. an Allen key that no one's used in 4 years. But the B site is already being pressured. Space taken, quick plant 2, nothing to stop this. Maybe ACEND can be the thing to stop it. Just spams away. Buddy, is that you? And now he's going to carry on forward. He still wants to try and close that gap, trying to get in their faces. He's not going to stop anymore. It's absolute mayhem. And ACEND is trying to thrive in it. Hiko still stands though, but the defuse is coming in. Wait, the spray! Oh my God, are we really seeing this right now? There's nothing they can do!
Oh my God. The lockdown as well will confirm it.
Oh.
We'll get detained here.
Look at his, he's not even got his hand on the keyboard, and maybe he should. No, he doesn't need
There's
it!
no way, man. Stop it, Steel.
Get him out of the game! This is unthinkable! He's actually got the defuse! Oh, Josh!
No way, Josh!
What have you done?
What am I watching?
What have you done to us?
Delete the VOD, end the stream. It's time to go home.
Steel! Why?
Not like this.
I should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
Can we get a replay of that real quick?
No,
Can we get a
please.
replay? Let me see it.
I don't want to see it. I'd rather watch the ACEND play on Window and Ascent than that again.
Here we go.
Oh, great.
Okay. Real nice. Loving that. Yeah, he's feeling it. Look.
Look,
Yeah, he's loving
in
it.
the air.
Yeah.
Imagine losing a round after that.
I couldn't imagine. Would never happen. Oh God, don't you dare come back into this Ascend. That would be... Alright, we keep going. 100 Thieves back into things. Now the buy is slightly better, but not by a long shot. It's still Bone Cold. It's still a decent flash for Stars, but he got no one with that. Now Bone Cold's gone. That's Nitro catching him on maybe another repeat. 100 Thieves going to fall away. They've traded out that initial kill, and they want to explore some other areas, posting up Ethan.
Things will slow down for a moment. Neural theft will be invested here. Again, information confirmed at least. And no adjustment actually on the side of 100 Thieves initially. Steel creeping back towards Window just in case ACEND's gone wanders. But he's got the Judge. Blade Storm available, but Ethan actually got to be the one to be careful here. He has the spike as well. Now, if that's noted, it gives away the full intention for 100 Thieves here. The shock dart sent over just in case there's a tripwire or any utility set up outside B, but no confirmation on the back of that.
Left.
ACEND actually, I don't know if he did spot it, but he will hear him.
Yeah, ACEND should have that. He does. Catching Steel, this should force the hand towards C now. The time will anyway, 18 seconds. Clearing that close box. Ethan's won the fight, but there's Starzo makes his appearance. That's one, that's two. The third, not going to happen. Nitro's got it, but 11 seconds. They're running out of time here. Nitro doesn't have the spike, and behind that smoke, it's ACEND. A knife to the throat, and there's another round for ACEND.
I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about the next round.
Yep.
Okay. See here, 100 Thieves should be in a position where they're stretched a little thin. Now, Steel not really achieving anything that local. I think, again, he sat there the whole time anticipating ACEND coming out. ACEND, though, will play a little disciplined here. Now, 100 Thieves will stack up on this purchase again. A Spectre invested, a Guardian, Frenzy, 2 Sheriffs. That might be a quick piece towards A, at least obviously a Nitro going to be invested in a flash through to Sewers to try and get a Sooner in.
Thieves though, nothing complex about it, but actually ACEND still takes a little bit of a glance towards Sewer, spots Asuna. You can see them now expecting the rest of the Thieves. Punishing Steel. Everything so far pretty standard, pretty okay. The problems now start to begin though, as the net's been closed. Zeke around the back lines. Maybe they're looking to try and punish this as well. Maybe get that rifle away if they could. Zeke does get caught. Has to invest his utility on the way back. They're putting a lot to try and isolate Zeke off this. Not quite making the push to punish yet.
Swing here. See Bone Cold in position. Try and back up. Actually, the flash is perfect. Ethan will find him now. Bone Cold got to play this safe. Kilo's a little disconnected here, but ACEND will actually push through, but no real damage done to Nitro there as well. Seekers will be popped, and it will confirm ACEND being the only man on A site here. 100 Thieves, yeah, again you can see they're pinging him out on the mini-map. He's going to slip into long here. This is interesting, Lauren.
I like that. Can try and play the timing, maybe the last place. They'll check on the push-up. There it is. Ethan does go down to it. ACEND expects the push-up, and Killers has his back. keep building. It's another on the board. So when do we talk about it?
I don't.
10.
No,
10?
I think
10.
I just said last round I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you said, but we'll talk about it next round.
No, I said let's talk about the next round. Which
Right.
was a great round. We watched this
yeah,
back
okay,
against
yeah. What was
the
great
back
about
and
it?
forth exchange here, and you know, Ascend's ability to read where 100 Thieves decide to lean back towards. But come back in now. 100 Thieves going to have an opportunity to get a full purchase. Asuna one away from the blade, so no other ultimates available. To see if Ascend now again want to maintain this pace. Want to keep up appearances here as. A little bit of damage sent through here. The heal going to have to come through from Ethan very early on. It's a blind camera right there. It's dealt with as soon as the smoke drops as well. Now, Cena got that operator online. You can see now Ascend going to lean away from A entirely. Aldrin will come through. Will probably spot CNED. He will indeed, yeah. Again, CNED not shy about it.
No. While this happens, the C piece is now confirmed. They are very much committing. Asuna on towards the site. It's Phone Cold, who's actually lost his life almost instantly. Killers is trying to keep his head down.
He's
They
unnoted.
don't know he is here. They have no idea. They've just cleared CT. They're going to be happy with that, Killers. What can you do? A deep flash. It sets you up. It's one. The second, yes, but the third. Hiko could trade, and Hiko out of nowhere finding two. And now it's CNED in a 1v3. The man has been hot and cold, and we need a hot round from CNED here.
Spike planted.
We want this map to continue going, otherwise 100 Thieves get what they need. They open up the chance for a third. CNED takes some damage, and Asuna closes it down. No harm, no foul. The map is won. There was nothing weird, nothing out of ordinary happened there.
No, nothing at all weird and wonderful about that game. Definitely not a wallbang coming through from Sewers onto a B plant.
Never seen it happen.
Thank God they closed that one out.